It's going to be a good show. I'm excited.
Supercross is crazy.
Oh, it was wild.
Supercross is crazy. It was wild. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to, what is it, April 18th already. May is almost here.
Dude, I can't believe it's almost over.
Oh, my gosh. We are here for the Atlanta Race Recap Show. I am Chase.
I'm Christian.
And we are the RMFantasy SXperts. And, yeah, what a wild day of racing.
Dude, wild couple days.
Yeah.
I was starting to think it wouldn't even happen Friday night.
Oh, yeah, I was there. Let me tell you what. So Friday, the weather was beautiful, but I was traveling that day. I got to my hotel at like 1 in the morning. Hadn't rained yet. Mm-hmm. I woke up at 6 a.m. the next morning, downpour. I mean, we're
like
talking
monsoon,
like inches of rain overnight, you know?
It looked like he was standing in 1.5 feet of water on the track. Dude.
Yeah, so kind of funny story, though. So I was in my hotel, and I'm sitting there, and I end up meeting and talking to Freddie Norn. We're just sitting there just having a really cool.
Good dude.
Good dude. Love that guy. Probably one of the coolest riders I've met.
He
just
is.
So
I really
down to
love
earth.
that guy.
Anyway, so we're just sitting there chit-chatting. He's like, hey, do you want to ride to the track? I'm like, no, because this is like 9 o'clock. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I don't have to be on race day live till almost 1. I don't want to go out there and just be in the rain all day. He's like, okay. So he leaves, drives to Walmart, and buys me an umbrella, and then brings it back to me.
Man's a saint.
And then, anyway, yeah, so still raining hard. Then I left to go to the track about 10:30, and about halfway to the track, rain stops, scattered clouds, blue skies, perfect day after that.
Like, the real MVP of the whole weekend was the track crew. How they salvaged that track.
Well, they were working on it all day, and what's crazy, too, is that since it's a speedway, it's slanted, so all the water funnels to the track.
Okay, yeah.
So they had puddles of water, 4 inches, 5 inches deep, and then when I got there, I went on the track, and it was, like, I just thought in my head, like, there is absolutely no way that this track will be okay. And then, talking to your boy, Trey Kennard.
He was there?
I was talking to him in the pits.
He didn't let me know. He should have let me know.
I was talking to him in the pits, and he was like, I was like, what do you think about that track, man? Talk about treachery. He's like, no, it'll be really good. And I was just like,
Trey knows, dude.
He knows. He's got that experience.
He knows.
Anyway, it was freaking awesome. So, yeah, I had really good racing.
I was shocked, dude. I was picturing, like, Seattle.
Oh, dude.
That 1 year Reed's bike got stuck on the finish line. I was picturing that type of mud.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was still slippery in some spots.
But not nearly what we thought.
It was incredible. But anyway.
Actually pretty good.
I ate dirt. If you guys didn't see it, I ate dirt
Nobody
on the
saw
track.
it. So did it really happen?
We filmed it for Race Day Live. They didn't air it, and I actually had to do it twice because the first time we filmed it, they didn't know I was going to do that. So they asked if we could do the interview all over again. So for about 30 minutes after, I was picking rocks out of my mouth.
I wonder if they was just messing with you, dude.
I understand why Joseph Allen doesn't do it every race because it sucks.
How was it? What was the flavor?
Sexton.
Okay.
It was so
I guess it was good at first.
I guess it was Anderson, and I misjudged it for Sexton.
It was a bit fried for you,
dude. Boa tarde, Brazil. I picked him on Thursday's show. I said Sexton's going to win, and then I ate that dirt, and I didn't change it, dude. And then he hole shots. Right. Oh, I almost looked really good. All right. Well, that being said, let's talk about results here. Jason Anderson does it again. By the way, AJ Catanzaro, who raced a 125 with Stank Dog, is going to be calling in to talk about how that went for him.
Got him doing burnouts after the LCQ and
trying to do him. He had a little mishap there.
He was struggling a bit.
All right. Who got fourth? It was freaking Stewart. No.
It was Webb.
Was it? Yeah,
shocking.
It was Webb of I know.
That was crazy.
We'll have to see what the picks were like, but I don't see many people had him in fourth place.
You can never doubt that man.
How about Malcolm Stewart just crushing another fifth place?
Dude, he looked good. Like, I really should have picked that man. He was tearing up that rhythm lane like I've never seen.
Yeah, and then the wild card, which I got right because I didn't change it. I dropped it. We'll get in a sec. Brandon Hartraft, he got ninth place, so I got 2 picks right. What did you get?
I got nothing, dude.
Nothing?
I was just had the one-off itis.
Okay.
I mean, what do? You're so close, but so far.
So average score was 43.96 points. I got more than that. I think I got 56.
Yeah, I did not do good. Bogle, I don't know what happened to him, dude. The first turn, he was in last place by like 17 seconds. So I don't know what happened to Bogle, but it hurt me.
I don't know, but he ripped another really good start.
In the heat, he did.
Yeah, how many people got screwed over by Marv just wrecking himself in the first lap? He did what Tomac did, but
got close to that edge.
He did hit the dirt. So let's see. We had 2 perfect scores.
Yeah, I don't know how they did it.
It was a solid top 5.
But I mean, to pick Webb in there.
Fourth. Yeah,
shocking.
You're taking a gamble there a little bit.
Sexton coming back strong.
Robert got 74 points.
Dang.
Krista says something happened to Bogle's bike.
Okay.
Boogle got me. Never know. All right. Well, anyway, let's talk about it. See, 17% got at least 2 picks right, you said. 64% got 1 pick. Just over 12 got the wild card correct. Hey, we had Hartraft or Bogle as the number 1 and 2 guys.
Well, it was Brayton and Bogle each got about 30% of the wild card pick each.
Really?
So.
See, I just thought Brayton was better than that, and turns out. Anyway, 15% took the leap and picked Sexton to win. Didn't pan out, but it looked, dude, it was Anaheim 1 all over again.
Yeah, that's what was shocking to me. That type of track, a little rough, and Tomac's picks went down.
Well, I think it's just because we're starting to see that Tomac's on kind of that cruise control, but not really, dude. He was charging.
It's leaning that way now, though.
But it was kind of a funky main event because he started up front and he kind of went backwards a little bit and then picked it back up and charged up to second.
He's lucky. Got lucky a few times.
Hey,
in the heat. Looked like he was going to go down.
I know, but you got to be there at the end. And this is what's impressive about Tomac this year is those, like, I feel like when he was on Kawasaki, when he had that weird, like that near crash, I feel like Tomac drops back to like 6th or 7th right there because
kind
he
of got into his head.
Yeah, but not this weekend. He just
cruised it in.
And after he almost went down that heat, he went after Anderson again.
Yeah.
So
that had to be tense for the team.
Oh my gosh,
mean, it's the heat, but that's what I'm saying. It's hard for him to back down, dude.
Yeah, I don't know, but it was cool to see that, and I like it. And then in the main event, he didn't do anything spectacular. Anderson was gone, but he still got second place.
Solid. That's all he's got to do.
How were your picks this weekend? We got a pull up right now. 31-60.
I think I got 25 again. But dude, 77% had Marv after that win. I thought it'd still be higher than that.
Yeah,
and I'm glad it wasn't.
That's still good though.
Yeah, he had a rough one. We got the highlight of his crash. I'm sure we'll get to. And then, okay, I already covered the wild card. Yeah,
less than 18% had Webb in there. 4% had him in 4th, which is
more people had him in the wild card than 4th.
Okay,
barely, but still.
And Bogle and Bray were the top pick players for that.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Let's see. Sean 65 says disappointed because we've lost a lot of riders. That happens every year, though.
Yeah, this year seems like a lot more. I don't know if it really is or not.
I don't know. We'd have to pull the stats on that. Maybe we'll go back and see how many guys of like the top factory guys were out or not racing. Round 14, just to kind of compare it. I don't know.
Dude, has anyone checked in on Aquatic? Someone should probably do that.
Is he not recovered? Is he still?
Let's make sure he's okay.
He's still partying. He's still partying from St. Louis.
Exactly.
Is what he's doing
just live in that win forever, dude.
Well, look, let's get to some highlights here. I mean, we got some good ones. So starting out here, all right. See,
what was this? You're talking about Webb almost crashing in the opening ceremonies.
Oh yeah. Okay, one more story real quick before we get to those. So yeah, opening ceremonies. If anyone was there watching it live, you probably saw this too. Webb comes out for his parade lap, and he goes and hits the finish line jump. Dude, over jumps that thing to flat, like
Really?
way too deep. And you could see it in the air because he did that thing where they hump the handlebars.
Yeah.
Don't know why, but he's doing like the...
Trying to make as much wind resistance as possible.
I don't know, but it's like he's doing it. This is not good. And he jumps it way too far, and he lands, takes the bars, like, because he landed in some soft dirt, it looked like, because nobody had raced it yet. And he just, like, bars into his stomach over the front. Looks like he about crashed. Then he keeps going, and he wants to, like, jump off one part of the track and cut over to the next. Cuts right through where they've pushed all the mud off the track. So now Cooper Webb is literally paddling himself out of this mud between the rhythm lanes. It was like, that is the absolute worst case
fired
scenario.
him up, though. It must have.
It must
It
have.
must have fired the man up.
Chance Hymas in the All-Star or the Futures race, his parade lap, he did the exact same thing. He
Really?
OJ'd the finish line and almost
There's
went down.
something there, huh?
Yeah.
All I know is as soon as that dude starts working with Trey, it's been nonstop wins.
Hymas?
Yeah.
Well, Jake Weiber is actually like his own personal coach.
Well, that
He was
helps
up there-
too.
yeah.
That helps
Anyway,
too, but you get Trey in your corner. Look what happens.
I guess before we can even show highlights, we got to get into press day here because they had that jump out of that corner at like 110 plus feet, and
Dude.
Hunter Lawrence had a gnarly one right
there was
here.
a bunch of riders seemed like had that almost happened to him.
Dude, he bounces off his head.
Yeah.
Like, watch
That
this.
was a scary one.
I mean,
Bogles was pretty rough too.
he looked like a gymnast when they're doing a front handspring.
Those dang visors, dude.
Dude, A-Stars has just been having more visorless helmets this year than visors on. I don't know.
But props to the man. What does he do?
Wins the next
Comes
day.
back and wins like nothing.
Pretty impressive. All right. Yeah, the 125-foot jump was crazy. I want to ask AJ about that. I doubt he did that. I don't think a 125
I saw
could
a
do
lot
it.
of people not even trying it.
Well, dude, it was out. So the corner, so I went down on the track. The corner into it was like the same distance as a normal triple.
Yeah.
Like, it was ridiculous that this thing was that big.
I mean, there's a reason that was happening a lot on press day. And even in the mains, I saw a few people doing it. So
Let's see here.
Yeah, what do you guys think? Do you think they should have kept it in for the race?
I liked it.
Well, I mean, because it got so greasy that they weren't even starting to be able to cut in. I don't know.
If you want to go for, I remember
I
like 10 years ago in Salt Lake when it was mud mania. I mean, Josh Hansen was hitting a triple like that in the mud every lap.
Yeah, I don't know.
And it was way worse than that.
I would just be curious to know, like, the thought process of, like, all of a sudden we're just going to build this monster. We're going to build this monster jump that we haven't seen all year.
Yeah, I mean, it was dangerous for sure. I will say I did like the jump into the sand section, though. That was awesome.
Yeah. I'm going to
could watch
say
them do that all
no
day.
just because I just don't want to see more guys case that jump like Hunter didn't go down, because I guarantee you, especially with the conditions, you probably would have seen more crashes.
Probably.
So I'm all right.
I mean,
that they
I
took
liked
down.
it watching them hit it,
But it was still a cool double.
Yeah.
Like, guys are still throwing big whips and stuff off it, so it was still made for a really cool show.
Yeah.
All right, so Jet goes down in his heat race. See, what did we say?
He keeps it dramatic.
He does, but the whole debate was Christian Craig versus Jet Lawrence, and everyone was, at least I was saying this.
I felt like I was in the minority picking Craig. So, like, more
You and I
people
both.
were for Lawrence.
Yeah, but what did we say? We said
Experience.
experience over raw speed is going to win a race. Jet does this in his heat race. He goes down. He went down in the main event. So Christian just kept it on two wheels.
Craig also went down in the main event, though.
That's true.
And I looked at this one, and like he's locked up on his brakes for a while.
And
I think
RJ's right there.
yeah,
Whether it's his fault or not, it just seems to happen.
yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That was the first time Craig's hit the dirt this year, other than that media day that wasn't somebody else.
What about the Freezy incident?
Well, I mean, no, I'm saying like the first time he's done something where
Oh,
it's like a sexting crash.
Okay,
It's
I
like
got
just
you.
crashed
Yeah,
on
yeah.
your own kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Nicoletti. Ooh, dude.
This was a rough
I'm
one.
hearing broken arm. I saw him after the race, arm in a sling, completely bandaged up.
Oh.
Dude, it was bad. He just,
Yeah, you know it's bad when they're in the air and you can see their feet start to twitch
yeah.
because they like just don't know what to do. I've seen that several times.
Enzo ran into his bike and somehow stayed up. So, yeah, I'm hearing broken arm or something like that for Phil. Oh, gosh. See, that's that thing where it's like, do you jump off the bike or do you hang on? But, yeah,
know.
bum deal.
That's all instincts, whatever
Bum
you do.
deal for Nicoletti
They did
there.
have some sweet gear, though, and kits.
Yeah, there's a lot for the St. Jude stuff. Is really cool. Dude, Faulkner, full send in that heat race.
I'm just glad to see him back.
Yeah,
and dude,
no,
he was
looked
going
feisty.
for it.
But right here, look how much higher he goes
Yeah, boom.
That's
doesn't
probably
care.
the farthest anybody jumped at the whole day.
Even the jump into the sand, I don't think anybody was going further than him. Every lap, too.
That was pretty cool. He
Coming off, a pretty big injury.
Yeah.
Back pretty quick. He was throwing caution to the wind. The man has no regard for his safety. It was a cool
going
race for it, dude.
Let's see here. Nate Thrasher saves it in this whoop section here.
That one was wild.
Dude, those Star Racing boys just getting that swap. They call it the huck and buck.
That was a sick save, though.
Anderson, Tomac going back and forth. That was probably, dude, this was
so awesome.
Sick race, dude. You should hear the crowd when this was going down.
Battling through the sand
Anderson,
section.
though, dude. Just like,
flat track
these
turn,
two have
dude.
been so rad to watch all year, just going back and forth like this.
I didn't picture him gapping him in the whoops like that, even off that flat turn.
Yeah,
he was giving it to him.
He had a good run, dude. It was sick. And then right here is where Tomac makes that big mistake, right? Yep. Because he didn't go over that table.
Jump. He tried to pass him again.
Right here, though. Like, both legs just...
he was pushing to get Anderson, dude.
He does that, and he's like, here, let me just pull a tear off, and then we'll come back right back to it.
Yeah, it's like, I couldn't see the berm. Let me just pull a tear off real
They
quick.
only had one lap left at this point, but he still made a run at it, dude. It was so good to watch. Fans are going crazy. Colby, you suck at fishing, but you did get 150 points. Pretty good. All right.
You can work on fishing.
Yeah, so Tomac
can work on that.
Marv gets the whole shot. Chiz right behind him. Or Alex Martin.
Yeah,
did you see
everyone's
this
all
from
pumped
the
on Alex
outside?
Martin.
You know what's funny? So you see where Alex Martin started from. Mm-hmm. So what does he do? He goes all the way outside. He holds it on longer, and then doesn't have to brake as hard. He goes around the berm.
Yeah,
Tomac
it seemed
lined
like that
up.
line did good.
So I looked at the main event. I was looking. Tomac was lined up almost exactly where Alex Martin was. Mm-hmm. So it was just kind of funny to see that.
Outside line. But then Chisholm, dude, you got to give that man some credit. It was right there.
Yeah. Yeah, so I predicted Tomac was going to get a whole shot, and he almost did from the very outside where he was. But it was kind of cool to see Alex Martin. Yeah. One of the lightest dudes on a 450 finally gets a start we kind of expected.
I was worrying if he'd even be back after that crash
flex
last week.
tear off pull. All right. Anyway, let's see here. What else we got? Alex Martin, Jordan Smith. Yeah, where did he go?
Dude, he was there. Now he's gone. He apparently crashed under the tunnel there, and you have no idea
You just
until
couldn't see it? Oh,
yeah, there he goes right there.
He's pushing his bike off?
Yeah, he must have crashed in there. I'm thinking, why is he even in the LCQ in the first place? And then this happens. This is a bummer, dude.
Huh. That is, yeah, well, I didn't realize that, and then I was watching it back, and I couldn't figure out where he went.
He's right there in second on the ticker.
Okay.
And then things happen.
Interesting. Oh, what do we got right here? Oh, this is when Jet goes down. Does Jet beat his brother straight up? Probably. I don't know. I mean, Hunter rode so good.
Yeah,
you can't take anything away from his
He got
ride.
out there.
When
and
Craig
was
got
gone.
to second, I thought for sure Craig was going to track him down.
Not even close.
No. Dude, Hunter held the gap and stretched it away at times, so nothing but props to him for doing that.
Yeah.
Here it is, right? Look
Dude,
at that
look
sand.
at that.
Dude, you had to see it live. Shimoda kept not doing that. I don't know if it's because I heard he's got a banged up ankle. Maybe that's why it was just a rough landing, but he wasn't doing that big. That was the fastest line. You had to send it into that.
I almost wish every track had that.
Dude, I saw
That's
some
fun.
guys do that and land on top of that sand whoop and just case it.
Faulkner
and
did it. He cased it
Yeah.
hard right there, too.
Yeah, it was pretty gnarly
I
if you
love
didn't get
that.
it
That was
just
probably my
right.
favorite part of the track, though.
Okay.
And the little split lane.
Interesting. We got, this is when Aquatic had his meltdown.
Oh, dude.
And anybody that put Marv in their top 5.
I think
You
I
know
had
it's bad
Marv
when your
third.
glove comes off, too.
Did it?
Yeah, his glove came off on his throttle side.
Dang.
Oh, it did. So did he ride the whole main event with one glove on?
No, he went back and picked it up and put it
He's
back
not
on.
trying
before
to
he got
Michael
back on.
Jackson that thing.
He almost looked at his hand when it got ripped off right there. Did he?
I wonder
one more
what
time.
ripped it off. Was
Look
it
at
the
look
dirt?
at him. Look at his hand.
Oh, yeah.
Where's my glove? Crazy.
That's crazy, man.
Sexton doing what Sexton does. Hey, why not? Why not do it one more time? Why not crash out of the lead? Or when you're right behind Roxon and you're going to win Anaheim 1 and get me some points, you do this.
I had him picked second, and I was still mad.
And then
this
his bike just falls on him.
Yeah, I did not want to see that.
Yeah, I was pretty bummed. And then Barsha goes down in the whoops, or almost does.
This
This was an incredible save.
It was.
That was pretty miraculous.
And then, do you have a soundbite here? Front end tucked under?
That was your boy Lee Diffie. Just was shouting that. It was kind of weird, but
All right.
I got one bonus one for you guys. This is the editor special. So
Oh, okay.
this was in between the races. I don't know if anyone caught this, but Craig's talking to his wife, and look at his kid. Look at the eyes.
He sees a ghost.
Yeah, just wide open eyes. It was crazy. I was laughing really hard.
Oh,
and
my
then later,
gosh.
Jet was actually talking about it. They were watching the broadcast or something, and they saw it.
Jeez. All right. Well, we got AJ Catanzaro, the owner, the man behind the scenes and on the track of the Moto Academy. He's got Jet Lawrence joined up with that. He's got a whole slew of top dudes. AJ, you rode a 125 at Atlanta Supercross. Please tell us how that went.
It was what's up, guys, by the way. It was way harder than I thought it was gonna be. And I know that sounds silly because everyone should be like, well, duh, that's gonna be hard. It was so physical. I was like, man, riding 125, it should be easy. I can kind of flick it around, throw it around, put it where I want it. So you would imagine it would be less physically demanding. But a 125 on a supercross track, when you're stretching everything, when you can barely clear anything, when you're like trying to do everything you can just to get to the end of the whip section, I'm like, this is exhausting. Props to Stank Dog for doing that every weekend.
Did you ride media day or press day?
No. So you want to know the crazy part?
Okay.
And no one will believe this, but I had never ridden a 125 on a supercross track until that time qualifier. And we only had one time qualifier for me to learn how to ride a 125.
I saw you rode a little bit like on an outdoor track, but you hadn't ridden supercross track yet.
Right. So I rode that bike once on an outdoor track that Thursday and I felt great. But in my head, I'm like, man, I don't know what gear to hit a triple in. I don't know what gear to go. Whoops, like nothing.
Was Stank helping you out with that though?
Yeah, so Stank now his bike's really done up, and I had ridden it, and it was amazing. The only thing we put into ours is we had a piston and an exhaust. But he told me, he said, AJ, run stock gearing. I think stock gearing will be perfect. And he goes, I'll just give you advice on what gear to be in. So I'm like, okay. And I kind of just listened, and it turned out stock gearing was pretty much perfect. But it's tricky. Like you start the whoops in fourth gear, and you have to downshift midway through the whoops just to get to the end.
Wow.
That's not risky.
450s are upshifting. On a 125, you're downshifting. That's interesting. Well, I guess you're probably lucky you didn't have to be at press day. Well, it probably would have been nice for you, but could you even have jumped that massive triple that Hunter crashed on a 125? Was that even possible?
I would say, I don't know. It's tough to say. Like if the placement of the takeoff, they didn't change the takeoff, right? They only messed with the landing.
Yeah, there wasn't much run up going in.
There wasn't, but there kind of was enough. What I would have done, honestly, because I would have wanted to have jumped it, I would have went around the berm and came from like where the pavement was.
Okay.
Just to say I did it on the 125 because it would have looked really cool. But the problem is also if you mistime something on the 125, you don't have the power to pull you out from it.
Okay.
Especially coming down from that high up.
It is funny, though. I don't know if anybody said this to you or not, but I noticed you in the heat throwing oppos over that big double. And I thought it was cool. AJ's just having fun, throwing little whips because he's like, that's what he's doing right now.
Put on a show, dude.
Yeah. Well, the scary thing about doing a whip on a 125 is that you don't have power to bring it back around. So there was a couple times where I went to toss it out and I started to nosedive, or I knew right away, oh crap, I'm not going to clear it this time. So I was trying to bring it back around and just immediately would just be completely out of gear and have no power left. And I was just wide open in the air.
Oh, scary. So who won the race between you and Stank? You guys kind of raced next to each other the whole time. You won?
So we only did it based on time qualifying. I beat him in time qualifying. That's where I'm going to claim the W. In the heat races, I got 16th. Which was pretty good because the heat race was essentially a main event, right?
Yeah.
And he got 18th.
Okay.
I think he had a faster time than me in the heat, but I was first heat, so our track wasn't worked in yet compared to his. And then in the LCQ, we just it was an exhibition. But it was I tried to do a photo finish with him, but it was the jump was around the corner, so it was kind of hairy to go side by side. So he had to stagger, and technically I was first.
Oh,
but
technically.
But that doesn't count. Time qualifying is where I'll claim my victory.
Well, I can tell you what you definitely lost was the burnout after the whole race. I hate to bring that up.
So guess what happened? I get to the wall. Oh, by the way, the camera got there I did a short one before the camera got there. But I look over to Stank right when we cross the finish line, and I point to the wall. I go, "Are we doing this?" And he goes, "Yep." And we get right up to the wall. And as soon as I get there, I think to myself, "Oh no, I've never done a burnout before." So luckily, like, it started going. I shift to second. I hear him clicking gears. And I'm like, "Oh man, he must be in fifth gear right now." I got to second, and right when I got into second, the back end just skated out from under me, and I couldn't hold the bike up anymore.
Well, it was pretty cool to see
awesome
you guys
to
do
watch
that.
that.
No, you guys definitely had the crowd cheering you on when you guys were in that LCQ doing the exhibition race. It was pretty cool. I wish they would have showed it more on TV, but it was still cool to watch. So we definitely had an eye on you.
What I keep telling everybody is I had 2 film guys spaced out on 2 different sides of the track. So tomorrow that's going to drop on my YouTube channel. We basically have a full video of the whole thing. So everyone was like, "Oh, we didn't get a chance to see it." Just go to my YouTube channel. You can watch it on that.
Sweet.
And so the Moto Academy is what you call it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there's 2 different YouTube channels. There's the Moto Academy YouTube channel. Then there's the AJ Catanzaro YouTube channel.
Which one are you going to have it on?
This video will live on the AJ Catanzaro YouTube channel.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Yep.
But speaking of, so the races, anything, I mean, I think it's rad the Hunter won, and him and his brother were on the box again. You get to ride with those 2 quite a bit, or you have been, and Jet's part of the Moto Academy. Was there anything about the night, 250s or 450s, that stood out to you?
No, not necessarily. I mean, Hunter's solid, but Hunter's always solid. He's really good at leading races. He never gets tired. So when he's in the lead, and he's very consistent. So when he's in the lead, you can kind of expect him to stay there.
Okay.
Jet was going wicked fast. Jet would have won, and I think Hunter would probably admit that as well. Jet was slightly faster, and where he was really getting him was the whip section right before the finish line.
Yeah.
Jet was hitting those so fast, it was unreal. Like, and I don't say this lightly, Jet was hitting them faster than Craig, and Craig hits the whoops faster than pretty much anybody alive.
Yeah.
So he wanted to win.
Where do you think, where does Jet's little extra, because Jet's been faster than, like, they're not racing the same coast, but you can easily argue that Jet is faster than Hunter on most weekends. If they were racing head-to-head, you probably put your money on Jet. Is there anything that you've seen, like, while those guys are practicing, that you think kind of gives Jet that edge over Hunter? Do you think Hunter reels it back a little bit and Jet is just more on the edge of his seat?
Yeah, and that's just it. In my mind, Jet has the perfect combination of strategy and, like, intelligence on the bike and patience to a certain extent, right? And maturity, especially for 18. Yeah. Combined with, like, I just don't give a crap and I will go for it at any given time. Like, when you see him just go into a set of whoops and double upshift before him, and he's like, I'm just gonna go for it, and he starts missing whoops. Yeah. You don't see that from Hunter as often. Like, you saw that happen that one lap when he went down, whatever race that was on the West Coast when he crashed.
Hunter, yeah.
And part of the reason that could have happened is maybe he thought that he was going to go in and commit and really kamikaze him. And then, like, he backed off, and that's what started the teeter totter, or he kind of locked up and tightened up, and it made the bike react and do something weird where Jet gets out of shape and his head will always stay forward. He'll always stay really loose. And that just is, like, goes to show you that, like, he doesn't give a crap. It's like Justin Barsha. When Justin Barsha gets super sideways, you never see him tense up and, like, try to save it.
It's like in outdoors, if, like, for me, for example, since I'm not at nearly that level, like, if I mess up a corner, I always want to shut down. The fast guys don't care. If they mess up a corner, the way that they correct it is they just hold the gas on wide open and just let the bike carry them out of it. Whereas, like, mentally, I want to shut things down. The fast guys are just, like, both feet off the pegs. They're still full throttle. At least that's Barsha does.
I see Anderson do that all the time too. Just kind of out of control, but he's in control at the same time.
Yeah.
Yep. That's a good example of a rider that's very good at that as well. Anderson is, like, not afraid to, very in control, very technical, but he's not afraid to, like, let it hang every once in a while. And I just think Jet has a good combination of all of those things.
He has made more mistakes. So he is faster, but when you look at him and Hunter, he does, I feel like, is making more mistakes. Do you think that could just be the 18-year-old inside of Jet versus 22 and Hunter? Just,
what's interesting with that is those mistakes are not big, massive crashes from when he's riding on the edge. Those mistakes are happening on the first lap when he's getting overexcited and just being a little bit impatient. So I went up to him on the podium after this weekend. And the first thing I said is, I said, great ride. I go, but why do you keep crashing? And he started to explain something. And like, I sort of like interrupted. And I said, on the first laps, you're getting overexcited. And then I went to say, and you do, and he interrupted me and he goes, yeah, my head comes forward. And I was like, yep, you're exactly right. So he gets overexcited on these first laps, like in the first turn at Arlington, in the second turn at Arlington when he crashed, after the whoops again going into the right-hander. And his head will come too far forward as if just like, I want to go. And he just puts that, in that split second moment, he puts too much weight on the front and then he'll just tuck it.
Or you break loose in the rear because you don't have enough weight on the back of the bike if the track's not tacky enough yet or whatnot.
Exactly. And Jet and Hunter both are like two of the best at upper body, like stabilization. And
they don't move.
Right. And it's only on that first lap that he gets overexcited and then he doesn't do that.
Oh, okay.
Every time it's like that, he's amazing at it.
Oh, well, okay. You just did a great plug for the Moto Academy because if people want to get dissected, like I would have never in a million years looked at Jet and thought, oh, his head's too far forward. He's overexcited here. Like I wouldn't have thought about that. So for people watching, AJ has the Moto Academy. It's an app you can download. You pay a monthly subscription. It is not much money at all. You guys can submit videos on the app, and AJ and Jet and these guys that are running that will watch them, and they give feedback to you.
That's cool.
So tell us a little bit more about that, AJ.
The reason I'm being over analytical right at this moment is because I've been sitting in this office chair all day long, catching up on Moto Academy messages from the weekend. So I've been reviewing footage just all day long.
Yeah, but that's cool. No, so if you guys are watching this and you want to improve as a rider, both your form, safety, speed, everything, AJ is there to give you guys current feedback on your riding. So, and you do academies all over the country. I know you've been doing them before a lot of the races. So that's another way that you can actually see AJ and these guys in person and watch them.
I've seen some reviews on there that are like, I'm 50 years old. I just barely started riding. You've helped me a lot. And I think that, it's got like a huge range of riders that you help out. I think that's pretty sweet.
Yeah. What's crazy is with COVID, it brought about that demographic of guys two demographics. One, the 30 to 50-year-old that has maybe a little bit of expendable income that is just getting into the sport for the very first time and doesn't know where to begin. You have that. And then you also have the guys that during COVID now are maybe, 30, 40, 50 years old, have been off the bike for 10, 20 years and are now using this time to get back into the sport. And a lot of those guys are mature enough and smart enough at this point to understand, like, okay, let's get back into the sport the right way and try to form some good habits right off the bat instead of just figuring it out.
Yeah.
And yeah, thanks for plugging that, Chase. But yeah, if you just go to the motoacademy.com, you can check out the tour. I'm traveling the world this year, so I'm going to have tour dates all through Europe, Australia, Canada, United States, going to be everywhere. And then inside of the app, we have 100+ hours of tutorial videos that you can use as reference points and then send in your riding footage to Jet and myself to analyze, which is a lot of work for us, but
yeah,
it's really, really cool. And we just actually today, matter of fact, we dropped a strength and conditioning masterclass that's like very strategic to movements on the bike, because a lot of guys are weekend warriors, right? That are just riding once a week if they're lucky and need to try to get fit off the bike. So we have Evan Nystrom that joined us, strength and conditioning coach, and we developed like a masterclass very specific to movements you would do on the dirt bike.
That's cool. That's cool. So here's a question I have for you, AJ. I've seen some people talking smack, and a lot of people said, I've kind of heard this come up, like, well, why would I want, and this isn't even just you, it's like, it's other coaches saying like, well, why would I, if you're like you, like going to LCQs, you're not one of the top 5 to 10 place guys on a weekend, and people think because you're not up there with battling with the elite guys that it doesn't give you the credential to be a riding coach. But what people don't realize is you can still know what the techniques are needed and how to ride your dirt bike faster. You don't have to go out there and be one, because if Hunter and Jet go one of your academies, if somebody goes one of your academies, those guys are going to give the same tips you are. So what's kind of your rebuttal to that?
Yeah, well, some of the best coaches in the world in any sport do not even actively participate in the sport.
Or have won titles.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, and I think if anything, I'm in more of a unique position where that I not to toot my own horn, I think that I do a really, really good job of explaining and articulating the information and relating to certain individuals, whether it's a 55-year-old guy that's been riding for 30 years or just started yesterday, or a 4-year-old kid that I'm trying to relate to him. And that's what a good teacher is, somebody that can relay the information and make sense of it to certain individuals. So I'm good at that. But I also think that I'm really good at riding too. I mean, I'm not that fast at races because I get when the gate drops, but you can't really watch my riding footage and say that he doesn't know what he's doing. I think I flow really well on a bike, and I can demonstrate it. So kids get excited about that. I show up to class in gear. And if a 65 rider is like, oh, my bike won't clear this 40-foot double, I just say, hey, give me your 65 and I'll go jump it for you.
I like that.
AJ, I saw your video where you manualed off with your 125, that little manual. That was like some, Mad Skills motocross stuff. That was awesome.
Yeah, I did that 125 is fun. On that type of track, it is fun because you place it where you want to. Fun little manuals. I could scrub it like crazy. But on the Supercross track, I was like, geez Louise, so much credit to Stank Dog because he goes, my qualifying time I thought was pretty good. Mm-hmm. And he was right there with him. Like, man, this guy, a lot of people write him off as just kind of doing it, the clout being 125 or 250, but he just does it. Mm-hmm. That's what he's just like a legend, and that's what he does. And he's in good shape. He doesn't look it. He's in better shape than I am. He can last on those things. He can ride a 2-stroke. I give a lot of respect to that guy.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, we got a question from our social media guy too, and I'm not sure exactly what this means, and I hope you do, but he said, ask how the 125 compared to the Bad Girl 94.
Was that the Pastrana bike?
That was your guy's bike, 94?
Oh, that was the...
Oh, yeah.
That was the Glen Helen 24 hours bike.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Well, one was a 250. One had Supercross suspension. One was a pillow. And one was 250 cc's or 125 cc's more. But, dude, I'm still looking forward to that racing.
But also, it was 125 cc's more, but 10 times slower than my 125.
How fun would 24 hours be on that 125 with softer suspension, though?
Oh, a blast.
Oh, gosh.
A blast. Yeah. That would be the perfect bike for it.
It would. All right. Well, AJ, we know you're a busy man. You're over there watching people's videos right now, trying to get through them, so we're not going to hold you too much longer. But, it was cool. It was cool to get your perspective riding a 125 on a Supercross track. Mm-hmm. And remember the Moto Academy. So, AJ, tell them where they need to go, your social, plug all that stuff so people know how to find you and do all that.
Yep, I think it's right below my head right here. Go to AJ Catanzaro on Instagram if you want to find all the links so you don't have to type it in because I know we're lazy nowadays. Or if you want to go to the motoacademy.com, I have all of the information on there for you guys as well.
Well, there you have it.
But thank you guys for having me. I appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you, man. We want to have you back on, so thank you for taking the short notice, by the way, to come on today because I didn't give you much of a heads up.
He's a man of the people, dude.
He is a man of the people.
Not at all. Not at all.
All right, man. Well, hey, we appreciate you, so we'll let you get back to work. And are you going to be – see, we got Foxborough coming up next. You're going to be there, right?
On the 125 again.
Oh, yep. Sweet. Even better. Well, I hope NBC and those guys realize what's going on with you and Stink Dog, so I hope they give you a little bit more coverage. So, dude, good luck this weekend, and we'll be cheering for you.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, man. Talk to you soon.
Such a good dude.
Love that guy. All right. Let's see. We got through all the highlights, right? Yeah, we did. And then, okay. What else?
Oh, the last thing I wanted to say, as I was a little bit disappointed, because we do have memes next,
yes.
and I was a little disappointed that no one made a meme out of the baby's eyes.
Oh, show that. Show that clip, Josh.
You want to show it one more time?
Did we already see it? Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Just.
I didn't notice it.
Oh, that's funny.
You got to love little
All
kids.
right. Now, look, we talked about it last week. We're doing a contest right now. We're doing a giveaway, and we are going to do meme selections. I'll be honest, though. We didn't get that many, like not as many memes.
Good.
They were good.
Not a ton like we're used to.
I was a little, I was expecting more, but hey, that only makes the odds better for who did submit a meme.
Get in there. You always got a shot.
So as you guys know, we had a ton of good memes. The link to the Discord where you want to submit those memes is in the description of this video. Make sure you go check that out. Submit memes, do all that because it's a blast. Oh, I got to say too, I haven't seen Dr. JB on here today. Man, I looked for you. I was busy on race day, and
that sucked.
Was he not there?
He didn't get to go because of the weather conditions. And
I mean, I was even up in the stands. Like, I walked down the row where they have all the like the wheelchair accessible parking. I walked the whole row, and I didn't see him. And I'm like, maybe he's not here. I don't know.
He is such a good dude. He was offering his tickets up in the Discord.
Really?
He couldn't make it. Yeah, so that sucks. We'll have to find a race closer to him.
There he is. He just Dr. JB, man.
Yeah.
I was bummed you couldn't make it, dude. I was
with a
looking for you,
race.
but Taylor says he was looking for me. I mean, I was down there. I was just
Where
trying
were
to
you at, dude?
Shaking hands and kissing babies down in the pits. Just talking to people. It was fun.
Did the
had a
nation
lot of
showed up
people
then?
holler at me asking about fantasy and talking about you and
That's
just saying
awesome.
they're fans of the show. So yeah, it was really cool.
Good.
All right.
Whoever thought it would end up that big? That's cool.
I did not, but it's been rad. Oh yeah, did you watch Race Day Live when I called out Daniel?
I watched it.
Dan calling you Chance.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Did you see
the
that?
Chance Chase
Dan
drama?
Hubbard? Yeah. Well, me and freaking Blair were just roasting him because, well, to his credit, Chance Hymas had just raced.
Yeah,
And then I'm sitting there, and he does this, all right, we've got
He
the
does
Rocky
a
Mountain
good job,
TMC,
dude.
RMFantasy SXperts, Chance. And
Yeah.
Daniel Blair and I just looked at him like,
I think he even defended himself. He's like, I say 10,000 words a night, and then I mess up 2, and that's what they want
I
to
know,
focus on.
but
He does a good job.
It was just
I
funny. We were
love
giving him
it.
a hard time. I would do the same
funny,
thing
though.
probably way more than he does.
Hey, if you can't tease somebody, they ain't your friends.
Yeah. All right. Meme time. Let's do it. Let's show them, and then we'll show the.
Okay, yeah. So we're going to go through the favorite memes from the last week, and then we've narrowed it down to 4, and we'll have you guys vote on which meme you want.
Probably one of my favorite movies of all time.
Is that one of your favorite haircuts, too? Watch that one come back around, dude.
The Lloyd haircut? It probably already has, dude. With today's kids, it's probably popular. That one we showed.
That one will
really
live
good.
on forever.
It will.
Did Dino ever respond?
No,
to
he
you?
did not.
Okay, you better apologize at this point then.
I think it's too late for
You
apologies.
better just say, hey, bro, I'm sorry.
I should have texted him immediately and said, too soon? I'm sorry.
Yeah. You don't want to make
Marv
him upset.
Supercross fans.
This was with his win last week.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. He creeped up, though.
It's always Barsha. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I like the Triple Crowns, dude.
They are fun.
I love them.
Okay. Oh, this one's kind of hard to read.
Yeah, it says, knock, knock, who's there? Falafel who? It said, you falafel your bike and busted your ass.
Dude, he was wrapped up.
I hadn't heard of falafel till this. What is falafel? Do you know?
I think it's some type of Greek food, ain't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Very good to know.
Yeah, that's about it. I had to get off the Discord. I'm like panicking.
How did they make that in that movie? Did they Josh, you're an editor. Did they have to make his eyes weird? He wear contacts that had his eyes? I don't know.
It's got to be contacts, but I don't know. It's impressive still.
It'd be cool to get this for a Halloween costume. Tomac passing Anderson. That's twice that Tomac passed him and Anderson passed him back and held on to it.
Yeah.
So it was pretty cool to see. What else we got up there? Hey, Hampshire did go down.
He
did go down.
He's looking good, though.
I think he's crashed every main event this year, except for the one he won. No, he even crashed in that Triple Crown. Yeah, who did that? Was that Taylor? Taylor, did you go and forget to submit your picks? Somebody was there.
I'm going to tell people, we got 2 early races coming up. Foxborough and Denver, both 3 p.m. Eastern. So get your picks in early. Make sure to add that calendar reminder. It saves me all the time. It'll just alert you one time. We don't use it for anything else other than that. So
unless you're there and forget to submit your picks,
make sure you got service. We can't fix that.
This was a good one. Oh gosh.
I wonder if Reed gets in there on a 125 with Catanzaro and Stanbog.
That'd be I think he was on it. Cool. That would be cool. Reed would probably.
That was you, dude. Did you take some galoshes?
No, I should have.
Hook it up with the Crocs?
Had my Hoka Ones, dude, and I was just like, what have I done? But glad I had them, though, because holy crap. The pits, there was a meme about it. I don't know if we put it up here, of the horses all bunched together. But I'll talk about that in a second. So this was last week, the Triple Crown, because I guess Tomac got a bigger trophy for winning the most Triple Crowns than Marv, who won the actual race that night. He got a bigger trophy.
It's the way she goes, dude.
All right, now for the contest. So
all right, so you guys
we'll get the poll going.
Yeah, we're gonna do our top 4 memes up here, and then we're gonna get the here they are right here. So you guys vote for them. Put 1, 2, 3, or 4. The poll is gonna start right now. Remember, the winner of this poll is getting the prize. So start voting.
I think it's be a runaway.
It should be. Based off of last week, whatever
they're
was
all
talking
good.
About.
But, I mean,
so while we're doing that, though, let me tell you about this. So if you've never been to the Atlanta Speedway, you've got where the pits and everything are. But then if you want to get to the stands, you have to walk to like either I think it's the south part of the stadium. But then you have to go through a tunnel, walk through that tunnel, go up a few flights of stairs, and that puts you actually into like the stadium seating area. But you have thousands and thousands of people that are all flooding into this one single tunnel that goes underground to get over there. So I was already on the other side because of Race Day Live, and then when I looked and saw that, I could not believe. I was like, holy crap.
You just waited it out?
No, I was already on the good side.
Oh.
But I couldn't believe how congested it was in that tunnel.
And like, just track and mud everywhere.
Oh, yeah, it was brutal, man. It was like, I bet you it took probably some people 20, 30 minutes to get from the pits to the stadium.
Lots of fans, though, considering the weather, I thought.
Yeah, Taylor's
pretty full.
Taylor was there. He said bottleneck of the century. Yeah, but it was a lot of walking. I bet you from where I parked just to get to the stadium and like up into the stadium was like probably close to a mile.
Jeez.
Felt like a long ways. All right, click on it. Remember, so you want to click on the actual vote. So let's see. Matt Ferguson, don't just write meme 3 unless you already voted and you're just saying that's what you want to win. I think we can call it a runaway at this point.
Yeah. I mean, they're all good, but that one, there's only so many times that one's relevant. Number 3, and he nailed it, dude. It's perfect timing.
Oh, so Dr. JV says, so a wheelchair wouldn't be great? I mean, yeah. Well, I don't know how because under that tunnel, I didn't see a wheelchair ramp, so I don't even know if there was another route. I don't know, but anyway.
Look at PH77. My wife is 831 overall. Me, 54,000. I give up. That's how it always goes, dude.
Well, look, we're going to call it right now. 62% right now are voting for meme 3, which is the Forrest Gump, Dean Wilson one.
Yeah, congratulations, Gunny.
Good work, dude. I'm still impressed by that for the fact that Gunny saw Dino and then somehow thought about Forrest Gump and when he had his butt shot.
I wonder if he was watching it, had watched it recently. It had to be on top of his mind somehow.
Let's try and reach out to Gunny to figure out how he thought about that.
The inspiration on that one?
The inspiration.
that was a good one.
Thank you, PH777. They had me out kind of shorter this time.
I thought it was your best one since you mentioned Trey.
Oh, I did mention
Even
Trey.
got a Trey mention in. I liked that. I appreciated it.
Well, it was cool. They got to watch Chance race, and then I'd just seen Chance a couple weeks before at the Loretta's qualifier, so it was cool to see him do well. Oh, my gosh. All right. Well, that being said, let's go through. All right. So congratulations, Gunny. We're going to be reaching out. So, Gunny, after this video, comment below. Not now live if you're watching, but after, comment below. And if anybody knows who Gunny is, you're welcome to let him know that he is the winner. But comment below in the comments. Let us know, hey, this is Gunny from the meme contest winner, and we will reach out and get a hold of you. So be sure to do that. Also, so we got Foxborough coming up, right? It's another day race, right?
Next 2 are day races.
Next 2.
I love the day races.
Oh, Denver's a day race too?
Denver too, yep.
Why are they doing that? Scheduling with TV?
I guess, yeah. I like it personally.
I do and don't, because it's like in the middle of my day. So you might be out doing something on Saturday?
Yeah. I like to just get it done.
I like to hop on the day races. I like to just try my best to avoid Instagram and then just hop in bed at 9 o'clock at night.
Well, as long as if I was there, I wouldn't want to be doing track walk at like 6 a.m. No, but if I'm watching from home, I like the early ones.
Yeah, I'm with Chase. I've like this last race, I let it play and then watched it at the normal time at night, and then you save yourself like an hour and a half without commercials.
Mm-hmm.
See, I was there for this one, but this
time
coming
for
weekend, I'm going to be actually announcing another race this weekend, so I won't even be able to watch the races. I'll be announcing a race, so it'll be another one of those watch when I get home
just
thing.
Set the phone up right there.
I know, but when the guy that's paying you to be there is standing over your shoulder, I don't want to watch races while I'm supposed to be working for him.
Check in on little breaks, you know. You know how it goes.
Anyway, all right, so that being said, let's talk about, Foxborough's coming up, so remember, tune in Thursday. Fast Freddie Noren, going to reach out to him. He should be calling in on Thursday.
Yeah, they're making good points in here. I bet the East Coast guys love it. So you're not waiting up till like 2 a.m. to
when the races start at 10 o'clock at night, that's brutal, but I get it. But it also is, it's a different vibe.
It is.
During the day races watching them. It's just, especially like at the races especially, it's a different vibe. It feels a little different. But
when you go later in the night, that gives people a chance to get more beer in them.
Yeah.
It's going to be like get a little more wild.
Oh, so Dr. JB saying NBC prime time, baby.
Oh, that's sweet.
So it's like that gets more people watching it who just have regular cable and didn't even know they were on.
I love that.
All right. Well, that being said, Christian, let's talk about prizes.
All right. This week we got huge prizes up. Top scorer is going to get a 6D ATR1 helmet, and then we got a MSR gear set. New gear from MSR just dropped too, so you can get the hot new stuff. Third place, 7-gear casual spending spree. Then Bridgestone Battlecross tires set. FXR Clutch Pro combo gear set, a Cherubies $250 spending spree, LS2 Subverter Evo helmet, Torque 1 oversized handlebars, grips, and levers, Motul Slacker digital suspension tuner V4 with wireless remote and case, and a Fly Racing protection package, and of course $10 Rocky Mountain ATVMC gift card. So.
All right, boys, prepare to be dazzled.
Dude, look at the overall standings. Tied. We got a tie up there now.
No way.
Yeah.
For first?
Braitvis and Tyler, 28. Tied at 821. Then you got No Mutter, 3 points back.
Dude, you know what's crazy? Why you might want to watch the race this weekend? Eli Tomac has a 56 point lead.
Of locking it down.
He can lock it down. If he beats Jason Anderson this weekend, he is your 2022 Supercross champion. That's kind of crazy. I didn't even realize that Jet could have wrapped up the title if he'd have beat RJ.
Oh,
or no, sorry.
I didn't notice that either.
No, maybe I'm wrong.
No, you got it right. RJ had to finish like 8th or worse, and then Jet had to win.
But Jet had a shot to do it.
It's a good spot to be in.
But Tomac could win the series 2 weeks early this weekend in Foxborough.
I think he will.
See, another thing about day races, if Tomac wins a title, you want to do fireworks, the whole thing, you can't even see him.
Yeah, fireworks are better at night, no doubt. I think they'll still send some off, but I'm sure he wants to wrap it up.
Anderson could win, and Tomac even just get second, and he'd still win the title.
Mm-hmm. That's where you want to be. That's the goal.
52 points is 2 races, right? It's 20. Yeah. Holy cow. And he's up by 56. Wow. Okay.
You know it'll be cool, though, if Tomac wraps up in Denver, because that's like his home race, and people will lose their minds.
Yeah, I mean, Tomac.
Incentive to do it there.
Yeah, but I feel like maybe it's a good week to put Tomac in first, because if you're Tomac, I feel like, dude, I want to wrap this thing up ASAP. Mm-hmm. Do not let it go. Look what could have happened.
Yeah, you're giving more chances for bad things to happen.
Get it done.
Just lock it down.
So I feel like Tomac is going to have a fire lit under his butt this weekend to just get it out of the way and done. Josh, what do you think?
Yeah, I think that's great. And PH777 said he's going to order something from Rocky Mountain and tell the wife that he won a prize.
I like that strategy.
Hey, as long as you don't share bank accounts, that's a good strategy.
If it works, it works.
Okay, so he's only 53 points after Atlanta. Is it tie? Is this
he has to beat Anderson, basically.
He's got to beat Anderson, but that's why I'm saying maybe it's a good.
I would be gunning to do that.
Oh, that's why I'm saying it might. Oh yeah, I'm looking at St. Louis. I'm sorry about that, but it might not be a bad idea to just beat him up. Beat it. He only has to beat Anderson. Doesn't matter where Anderson finished. He doesn't have to win the race. He just has to beat Anderson.
Yep. And
interesting.
The only thing is Anderson's got the best average start.
And Anderson, wants to make it tough. You don't want Tomac to beat you 2 rounds early, so maybe Anderson goes for broke to win the race so Tomac can't wrap it up.
Anderson could be streaking right now, too.
Yeah.
We talked to Tom, and then Anderson shows up and shows out. I mean, Kobe got so excited he's got a new tattoo for it.
Was Tom... Yeah, one of our editors, Kobe, who you guys have heard him, he's one of the man behind the camera. We didn't even know it. He shows up today with a Team Fried tattoo on his leg.
Tom hyped that man up so much, he went and got the tat, bro.
Work.
Oh, that's
his
marketing.
girlfriend got her nose pierced, and Kobe's like, well, I'll get a tattoo then. Like,
That's
what?
marketing, bro.
One of them you can just take out and be like it never happened. The other person's left with a tattoo,
Hey.
Team Pride.
Why
Hey,
not?
respect that.
Why not? You got to be serious.
You
about
got to respect that, dude. I love it. I mean, no regrets. Where's that
No
mean?
regrets,
No
dude.
regrets.
it. Scotty P.
Oh, we love you, Kobe. All right, that being said, real quick, let's just do the grand prizes. Let me get into them real quick because I shut the page.
I got you.
You
I
got me?
fam.
Okay, do it.
First place, gonna take home a 2022 KTM 450 SXF race prepped. Second place, KTM 250 SX race prepped. Third place, Dunlop MX33 tires for a year. Fourth place, a $3,000 RMAT VMC spending spree.
Kobe just commented and said, life is short. Make it shorter.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay, sorry. Continue.
Fifth place, Alpine Stars casual and gear spending spree. Sixth place, Motion Pro Tool prize pack. Seventh place, Seventh Fly head to toe setup. Eighth place, Stay 6 stability cycles and accessories. Ninth place, Milestone Video Games Supercross 5 the game console and TV. And of course, 10th place is going to get $1,000 spending on Oakley sunglasses and goggles. So that's huge, dude.
Yes, it is. And you
getting
did
real.
weekly already, right?
Did weekly
Okay,
already. We're
sorry,
good.
I didn't catch that. I was distracted. Well, that being said, hey, we're going to have a good show on Thursday. We only got three races left, so make sure you join us for the rest of these shows. We're going to be back Thursday, 12 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. Like I said, Fast Freddy Norton's going to be calling in. Love that guy.
I love that dude.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He's a good guy.
He is,
He
okay.
really is, dude.
All right.
We can talk to him about
He bought
the
me
umbrella.
dinner.
He bought you dinner, too? What are you
I didn't tell you-
freeloading off that
I didn't
man,
say
or
that in my
what?
story.
No, you said an umbrella.
Oh, well, let me finish
There's
real quick.
more getting added
Yeah,
now.
so at the races, I see him after. I go over and congratulate him, and I say, hey, can I get a ride back to the hotel with you? Because I didn't want to walk a mile to catch an Uber.
Dude.
He's like, yeah, no problem. It gets better. He calls me like 20 minutes later and says, hey, man, I have a proposition for you. My wife's not feeling that good. She doesn't want to ride back in my van because it's got race gas in the back. So he gives me his keys, and I drive his van back to the hotel by myself, and then he texts me on his way back and says, hey, dude, what do you want for dinner? Brings me dinner to the hotel.
You can't fake that.
And then when I try and tell the guy I need to pay him back and ask him how much it was, he says, no, dude, just let me come on your show.
Wow, that's awesome, dude. He pays it forward.
He pays it forward.
Pays it forward, and you can't fake that. That's what type of dude that is, man. That's crazy.
All right, well, that being said, hey, we had a great time today. We'll see you back here at 12 o'clock on Thursday.